Well, definitely 20 points each. So we now go on to John Bird and John Sessions acting together. This time, John Bird, could you play the part of a customs officer and John Sessions as a passenger, a traveller with a rather suspicious sort of package, and being interviewed by the customs officer? You can start off in any style, and again, we'll cut in with perhaps more film styles. We've done a few films, perhaps theatre styles this time, more theatrical-based.
Excuse me, do you wear these, sir?
Well, not really, no. It's a type of kinetic sculpture. But it could be an example of topiary.
But what is it?
Hang on. Restoration comedy, I suppose. Take that to be restoration comedy.
But tell me, sparkling eyes, what are these frilly things at the bottom?
Faith, my lord Fainall, does walk in Vauxhall and run aloud to a pretty pickle of pinkness. Here we stand in Heathrow Airport. There over there is stand said, I la, madam, I know thee for thyself. Come to it again.
Another style?
Pinter.
Pinter. I'd farce and Pinter. Well, I think I'd prefer the Pinter. No insult to the person I didn't take farce from, who's now being ejected from the room.
Do you come...
Pinter.
Do you come from around here originally?
I don't come. I don't know about coming. Last night I walked off the plane with a bag. It's a black bag. Do you like bags?
I can take bags, or I can leave them alone.
You should leave it.
Have you got your papers?
He's coming later. I told you, he's coming later on.
You're always saying that.
I'm saying nothing.
Well, I'll relent. Let's go on to farce next, since we had that suggested before. Farce.
Quick! Into the Green Channel.
Well, I can't possibly, darling. I can't possibly get in the Green Channel. What are these bags? Oh, Lord, it's Melinda.
Into the Red Channel. Here comes the man with the cleft palate and the big hat.
I know, it's the vicar. I expected him last week. Come on, darling, quickly.
One more to end on. Opera. Yes, opera.
Would you care to open your bag?
I would open my bags if I could, but I don't want.
I would like you to open.
Marcello Antica. Quando bagaggio rosso, Vito e Blanco.
Yes, anyway. Thank you very much. Oh, dear. That was very, very good. Very good. It should really be on television because we get more money. But, no, look... No, look very good. 25 points each. The scorer's just leaving. Where's the scorer leave? Oh, he's taking the books round for the next round, which is called Every Other Line. Now, they'll be working in pairs again, and it's going to be John Sessions and Jimmy Mulville, and Jimmy is going to be improvising a scene. And the scene I'd like you to improvise, Jimmy, as the first notice Jimmy's going to get of this, is, and me, because I can't read my writing, it's, you're a patient.
A patient what?
A patient person, Jimmy. Somebody who is ill, a sick person.
Right.
It's drawn from life in your case.
Yes.
And
I am actually.
You're going to the doctor. You think John Sessions is your doctor,
yes,
and he's improvising the scene with you, but the lines he's doing will be taken from a play called The Watched Pot by Saki or H.H. Munro. One of my favourite authors, wrote a few obscure plays, which are fortunately out of copyright. And the game is for you to try and improvise that, incorporating the lines you get from the play that John's reading out to you. And the audience involvement of this is to provide an end line for Jimmy, essentially, to be aiming at. An end line.
Bedpan now, please.
Give this lady a bedpan. She wants a bedpan.
Yeah. Was that a request or a suggestion?
That's the shy lady with the sore tooth. Wants a bedpan.
Can I have the bedpan now, please? That's a rather easy line to aim at,
upmarket stuff,
as a medical one.
Can I have the bedpan now? Right.
We can't go straight to it, Jimmy. You've got to... Get 1 point for getting the end line, but no other points. OK, so improvising your scene. Everyone remember what the scene was? And the watch pot.
Hello, Doctor. I've got this pain down my right side.
And is that where my superior fascination begins and leaves off?
Well, I would hope you build up to a sort of interest in my right side and then maybe get fascinated a bit later on. Also, I get depressed.
Now, don't try and talk pretty.
Well, I'm very pleased that you think I talk pretty. However, I'd like to get back to my depression, and I think the pain is psychosomatic.
Trevor, I'm much more dangerous than any of the others, if you only knew it.
How did you know my name was Trevor?
Because I really want you for myself.
Can I have the bedpan now, please?
I think that's got to be worth 12 points each, I think. So the next pairing is John Bird and Stephen Fry. Stephen, can you improvise the part of a prosecution counsel? Yes. And you're obviously assuming that John is the defendant, but he'll be reading lines from another very well-known play called A Pair of Spectacles by Sidney Grundy. This is a work which is constantly being performed.
I needn't read it. I mean, I know the lines off by heart.
I think you were in the last production of it, weren't you?
The first production of it.
It came off after one night. But then who doesn't? Now, can we...
Saucy.
So go ahead, Stephen, improvising away.
Do I have a line to work towards?
Oh, of course. You've mugged up on the rules, haven't you? OK, so an end line, which is not perhaps from the shyest lady in the room who's... Sorry?
The butler did it.
The butler did it. Oh, very good. Yes, I think that's...
The butler did it.
We've got Agatha Christie's grandson in tonight. It's a family memory. So, go ahead. The butler did it is your end line. Double points if you can get to it without forgetting it.
Right.
Are you seriously asking the court to believe that you were in the middle of the high street in a pair of swimming trunks brandishing a revolver because you were hot and you wanted somehow to raise the alarm?
Have you brought my boots?
You recognize these boots, then? These are the boots which were thrown at the poor woman who has just spoken.
You've made them very quickly.
These are the original boots. Are you suggesting they are not your boots?
Well, my brother Gregory would say this is old stock.
That's hearsay evidence. We can't buy it.
One of these two gentlemen is a liar. Perhaps both.
Which one, the butler or the footman, is a liar?
I've no chance today. I've given up waiters.
Ah. So it was neither the footman nor the waiter.
Father, I want to speak to you.
I'm not your father. The judge is your father. That's what's depressing me.
What on earth are you talking about, Father?
The judge has every right to speak. I don't think you should interrupt him, whether or not he's your father. So, did you do this appalling crime?
Your mother. Why don't you call her so?
Well, she's a butler. I can't just call her mother. So you're saying the butler did it?
Well, that became quite existential at points. I think 25 points for each of you there. And why not? Well, now, Stephen Fry and John Sessions, we've got a different game for you to play. Again, this is a new game, though it does sound a little bit like one of the old games from a previous week. What we want to do, starting off with Stephen Fry, we want you to do an ad for us, an advertisement. I'm sure you wouldn't normally sully your performing skills with...
Maybe a whore. I'm a very good whore.
So I've heard. But you're doing an ad. We want you to advertise breakfast cereal, but in the style suggested by some music that we're going to play in. Okay, so breakfast cereal in the style of this music.
Now, there is a breakfast cereal that goes clear to the pane, even under the rim. Taken from a blend of hand-grown Californian denim sun-ripened, half the taste, all the fat. New Bonto Max. Your kitchen will never be the same again.
You know, I think you could sell a lot of breakfast cereal that way. 15 points there to Stephen.